Hello students, welcome once more to online class for class 10th computer applications. Our today's topic is pattern printing using a string as input. You have already studied pattern printing in the loop chapter. That pattern were based on numbers or characters. But here the pattern that we are going to study is based on taking a string or word as input. This printing is the part of the chapter string functions. As you know, for printing a pattern, some tricks are required that I have told you in the loop chapter. So here also for pattern printing using a string, we need some tricks that will make pattern printing programs easy for you. If you don't know these tricks, it will become difficult for you. So today I will tell you some important tricks that are required for printing the pattern for strings, and we will discuss some programs also, how to design the programs for printing a pattern for a string. So let us discuss some important tricks which are required. After taking a word or a string as input, first we need to find the length in a variable L. Before printing the pattern, first we need to do some rough work or planning. That planning requires write the index of each character present in the string above it or below it. After writing the index of characters, then see the pattern and analyze the index of first character of every row and index of last character of every row. Now see if you are able to find a sequence in the index in point 3 or point 4. If you are able to find a sequence, then design a loop considering where you find the sequence, either in point 3 or point 4. In only one case you will find a sequence, so that will help you to design the loop. Now in the end, for printing the pattern, we need to write print statement system.out.println in the argument source string dot name of the function substring. Substring function is required here because we are printing the part of the string, and substring function requires two arguments, starting index and last index, so that we have to mention here. So with the programs it will become more clear to you. So let us discuss the first program. Write a program to accept a string or a word and print the given pattern. Suppose your input is a word blue jay, then pattern will look like this. If the input is different, some other word, then accordingly our triangle pattern will be different. So see what we are going to print here. What is the sequence in the pattern? In the first row we are printing the first letter of the word blue jay. In the second row we are printing first two letters of the word. In the third row first three letters. In the fourth row first four letters, and in the last row first five letters. So every row where we are printing the part of the string that has the starting index of the character and the last index of the character. So in the planning part I will explain it. So after analyzing the question, we have to do some planning here, or we can say rough work. Suppose S stores the word blue jay. We need to find the length of this word, store it in a variable L. So L stores 5. Now write the index of each character in the given string. So 0 is the index of B. You know that in string handling, indexing starts with 0. It means first character is allotted index 0, next character is allotted index 1, and so on. So in the word blue jay we have total 5 letters or characters. So indexing starts with 0, it goes up to 4. Now we have to analyze each row and focus on the two indexes. Index of the characters that we are printing in each row. That is, what is the starting index and what is the last index. So in the first row we are printing only one letter. So starting index is 0 here, and the last index of the letter is also 0. From 0 index to 0 index, it means only one character we are printing. So write in a bracket both the index, start index of the letter and the last index of the letter that we are going to print. So 0, 0. Do it for every row. In the second row we have two letters B and L. So start index is 0 and the last index is 1. So 0, 1. In the third row we have three letters to print. So start index is 0 and the last index for U is 2. So 0, 2. In the fourth row 0 is the index for B and 3 is the index of E. And in the last row 0 is the index of B and 4 is the index of J. So after writing start and last index, we have to add 1 in the last index. So everywhere you can see 1 is added, and after adding whatever we get we will write in a new ordered pair, that is 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4 and 0, 5. So when this rough work is over, then 70% of your hard work is over. Now we are ready to design the program. Accept a string in the variable s. Now variable I will control the loop, L will find the length. So first we need to find the length of the string. So L equal to s dot length. Now how to design the loop? For designing the loop, whatever planning we have done here, see the final ordered pair of each row. First you focus on the starting index of each row. You can see starting index of each row is 0, that is constant value, and the last index of each row is varying here, starting with 1 going up to 5. So out of these two values, start index and last index, in any one value we will find a sequence. So here in the second value we are able to find a sequence. That sequence is starting with 1, it goes up to 5, and the update is 1 plus 1. So 1 2 3 4 5, this is the sequence. This sequence will help us to find the loop required for printing the pattern. So how our loop starts? We can write the loop here, I equal to 1. It goes up to 5. Now see, this 5 is applicable for this word blue jay, because blue jay has the length 5. If we take any other word as input, then this value 5 will change. So actually, what is the relationship between this value and the length? So we have to find the relationship. So here actually we are going up to the value of L. So our loop will start I equal to 1, I less than or equal to L. 5 we will not write, we will write L. And the update is +1. So I plus plus. Now see the program. I equal to 1, I less than or equal to L. Equal to is required because we have to cover the last value 5 and I plus plus. Now in the body of the for loop, system.out.println, in the argument first source string is required, that is s dot name of the function, that is substring. Substring function requires 2 arguments. So which 2 arguments we have to write? Why I have written here 0 comma I? For that, see once more the rough work. This last ordered pair will help you to find the argument for the substring function. So here if you analyze the first argument, that is starting index is 0 in every case, but the last index is changing. This last index we have controlled with the loop, that is I. This is the reason we are writing 0 comma I. So I think this argument 0 comma I should be clear to you. Now we will see the result of this program. Enter the string as input. Blue jay is entered here. Use double quotes for entering the string. Now after pressing the enter key, you can see we have got the desired result. Suppose we change the input. Here I am writing my name, Satish, Satish. Now for this new input, you can see we have got the pattern, triangular pattern. I think first pattern should be clear to you now. Now we will focus on the second string pattern. If first program is not clear to you, so then please focus on the second program. Those who have understood the first one, they will definitely understand the second one. And if you have missed the first one, then please focus once more. Here input is same, blue jay, but the output is different. Here we have inverted triangular pattern. In the first row, blue jay, all 5 characters. Second row 4 characters, third row 3 characters, and the last row 1 character. Now do the rough work or planning here. Like previous program, store bluej in variable s, store the length 5 in variable l, write the index of each character present in the string. After that, analyze each row. So if you analyze the first row, that is bluej, here in the ordered pair we have to write the starting index of the character and the last index of the character. So here first character is B, that is why index of first character B is 0. So we will write 0 here. Now last character here is J. So you can see index of J is 4. So in the first row we will write 0, 4. Similarly in the second row, again starting with first character B, that is 0, and the last character is E. So index of E is 3. So we have 0, 3 here. Third row, U has index 2, so 0, 2. L has index 1, so 0, 1. And the last one, we have only one character. So starting index is 0 and the last index is also 0. So after writing these two indexes, we have to add 1 in the last index in the every row, and after adding you will get final ordered pair 0, 5, 0, 4, 0, 3, 0, 2 and 0, 1. Now analyze the starting index of this final ordered pair. So starting index of each row is constant, that is 0, and the last index of each row is variating 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we can find a sequence in the last index. We are starting with 5, we are going up to 1, and 1 is subtracted in each case. So we can find the loop with the last index now. I is starting with 5, but this 5 is related with L. For this word bluej we have 5, but if the input will be different, then we have to write this other value. So what is that other value? For that we have to find the relationship between this value and L. It means we are ending with the value of L. So our loop will start with L, I equal to L, and the last value I greater than or equal to 1, because it is a reverse loop, and I minus minus. So this is the loop here. Now see the program. Question you have already seen. See the code here. Previous lines will remain same as the previous program. I equal to L. It is L, it is not 1. So I equal to L, I greater than or equal to 1. This L and 1 is looking similar, but you should not have a confusion here. Start with L, I greater than or equal to 1, I minus minus. Why I have written this loop? See once more. Because of this rough work, analyze the last ordered pair. Starting index is 0 in every row, but the last index is changing in every row. Starting with 5 going up to 1 and decrementing by 1. And this 5 is same as L. This is the reason we are starting our loop I equal to L. I equal to L, I greater than or equal to 1, I minus minus. Now, in the body of the loop, system.out.println s dot substring. Now in the argument, again see this. If you analyze the last ordered pair, starting index is same in every row, that is 0, but the last value is changing here, and that last value we have controlled with I. So this is the reason starting value is 0 and last value is I. Now see the result of this program. BlueJ is entered as input. Now you can see the result. So two programs we have discussed. In today's session we will discuss one more program. Write a program to accept a string and print the given pattern. Again the input is same BlueJ, but here the output is different. In first row we are printing the same word BlueJ. In the second row, first character we are leaving and the remaining 4 characters we are printing. In the third row, first 2 characters we are leaving and the last 3 we are printing. In the same way, fourth row we are leaving first 3 characters. In fifth row we are leaving first 4 characters. So if you analyze each row of the given pattern, first character is different in each row and the last character is same in each row. So let us do the rough work now for this program. So for our rough work, we are starting with 0 index and the last index is 5 here. Sorry, 4. 0 to 4 here. Then here 1 to 4, 2 to 4, 3 to 4 and 4 to 4. Let us see the program now. So you can see here last index of each row. Last character is fixed, that is not changing. So 4 is the index of last character. So 4 will remain fixed here. For first row, this index is 0, this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4. So 0 to 4 we have. So how to control the loop? Loop is controlled by first argument here, because the last character is same in every case. So 4 will remain here in every row, that will not change. But the first argument will change. First argument index is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So for first argument we can control the loop. I is starting with 0, I less than L. Here L is 5, so less than 5 means 4. So we will get 0 to 4. I think that should be clear to you. See the pattern once more here. 0 here, 1 here, 2 here, 3 here and 4 here. Since the length is 5 here, so we need last value 4. So less than L means less than 5 we will get 4. So I equal to 0, I less than L, I plus plus. Loop we have got. Now in the body of the for loop, system.out.println s dot substring, first argument is I and second argument is L, y. Again analyze this. Since the first argument, first letter is changing in each row, we have got index 0 to 4. That is why we have written I here. Here we will got 0 to 4. So first one is clear. Last value y we have written L. See, the last character of each row is J and the index of J is 4. And you know, in the second argument we have to add plus 1. Since 4 is present in every row as the last index, so after adding plus 1 it will become 5. So second argument we need 5, and that 5 is same as the length of the string. So this is the reason we have written here L, because L is 5. Now we will see the result of this program. BlueJ is typed here as the input. Now you can see we have got the result. You can verify yourself with the result and the code. L will be 5 here when the input is BlueJ, because there are total 5 characters here. Now when I is 0, 0 is less than 5. That is true. So what it will do? It will print substring of S from starting index I to L. So when I is 0, we will get 0 here, and L is 5. So 0 to 5. So when we use substring 0, 5, starting index is covered in the substring function, but the last index is not covered. This is the reason we are adding +1 in the second argument, because 1 will not be covered. And so when you write 5 here, 5 will not be covered, only 5 minus 1, that is 4, will be covered. So in the first case, when I is 0, this argument will be 0, 5. So it will print the part of the string starting with 0 up to 4. So in the BlueJ, 0 up to 4, we will get full word, that is BlueJ. After that, because of println, line will change. When the body is over, then it will go to update. I will become 1. Now 1 is less than L, that is 1 is less than 5, again satisfied. So this time it will print the part of the string from 1 to 5, because I is 1 now. So 1 to 5 means 1 will be covered, 5 will not be covered, it means 1 to 4. So index of L is 1 and the index of J is 4. So LUEJ, that is 1 to 4. After that, once more we have update I equal to 2. 2 is less than 5, satisfied. So here we will get 2 to 5. 2 is the index of U and J is the index of 4. Because 5 will not be covered, only it will go up to 4. So 2 to 4. When we have 3 here, for 3 also, 3 less than 5 satisfied. So here we will get 3, 5. That is, it will cover the characters at index 3 to 4. So 3 to 4 here. E has index 3, J has index 4. 3 to 4 we have got. When we have I equal to 4 here, 4 is less than 5, again satisfied. So here we will get starting index 4, last index 5. 4 is covered, 5 is not covered. So 4 to 4. At 4 index we have character J. So 4 to 4 means J only. So we have got the string here. Sorry, we have got the required pattern here. So today we have discussed three programs. Let us revise once more. Today we have discussed the tricks required to print the pattern using a string. 7 tricks are present here. Then we had discussed 3 programs. So that is the end of today's session. Please revise all these tricks and all the patterns that I have explained today. In the next video, we will discuss some more programs of string handling. Till then, take care.